Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for June 2nd to the 9th. I am Charlene Lizette. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. All right, Aries, listen up. We officially have both Saturn and Neptune in your sign. So why is this such a big deal and why am I talking about it, Aries? Saturn is the great timekeeper, a very karmic planet, a planet of restriction, discipline, sacrifice for the long-term gain. So Saturn when Saturn comes into one's life and it creates some sort of impact or influence, Saturn turns around and says, can you work so hard, so diligently, so focused without any form of instant gratification? For an Aries, that's a very hard thing to do. And then we toss in Neptune into the mix, very dreamy energy, very ethereal. And we have this both in Aries, and we have this interesting, I don't want to call it a battle, but let's just call it a bit of a tug of war between the delusions, the ideals, the desires, the instant gratification, and the restriction, the discipline, the hard work. So let me explain how this, an example of how this could manifest. And I'm not saying this is how it's going to manifest in your life. I'm just giving you an example so you understand. If you have been wanting to lose weight, let's just say, okay, you've been wanting to drop a couple of pounds. Saturn turns around and goes, how badly do you want it? How badly do you want this thing that you're wanting to manifest into your life? And then Neptune says, but it's just one cookie, but it's just one this, it's just one that. And so this tug of war begins to happen almost between these two energies, wanting you to obviously ultimately achieve your goal, because source universe is always conspiring to work in your favor, but then asking you, how badly do you really want it? And are you just saying that you want it because you're saying it? Or are you willing to put in the hard work? And that's the theme, honestly, for all of June. And you can go watch my monthly video for you over on the channel as well. But that's like essentially the whole theme. And you're going to be experiencing that for the majority of June just because of the way the placements are. And then Saturn's going to tether out of your sign in September. Then it's going to bounce back into your sign for 2 years. Look, I just went through a Saturn first house. Saturn definitely makes you grow the F up, okay? So having said that, Aries, this week is looking pretty nice altogether. Don't be surprised if you're receiving a lot of communication, a lot of messages, a lot of downloads. Don't be surprised if people are coming through and communicating some things to you. This could have to do with your finances. This could have to do with business offers, with negotiations, even opportunities in your life, in your career, where source or someone in your environment is saying, hey, Aries, I want to offer you this deal. Do you want to take it? Now, there is this energy here of you potentially feeling stuck or feeling like you're at a crossroads in life. Now, I don't know that this crossroads is... Here's what I'm going to say. Yes, you're at a crossroads. Yes, you have a big decision to make. However, you already know the decision that you want to take. It's about getting clear. It's about gaining that self-confidence, that self-trust. It's almost like you are attaching yourself to maybe an illusion or an idea or a desire where the other part of you knows you got to let go of it. You get what I'm saying? It's like there's a part of you that's like, I know I want this, but right? And so you're just going to have to go, sorry, this is not serving me anymore, and let me move forward. And the reason for this is because you have the Knight of Wands to Seven of Pentacles to the Two of Cups. So fast forward action here, momentum, drive, lots of passion, lots of creativity here with that Knight of Wands. However, the Knight of Wands sometimes forgets to think about the long-term ramifications. Sometimes not the downside, but like the fault of the Knight of Wands is that the Knight of Wands is moving so fast that they're unable to see the bigger picture. They're unable to zoom out because they're so focused on that desire. Seven of Pentacles says you reap what you sow, but also patience is a virtue. Plant those seeds. Decide. Get clear. Get specific. right? Understand, is it the right time to take this offer? Or are there still things that you need to uncover, still things that you need to work through internally? Are you making this decision for yourself, Aries, or are you making it for other people? Are you seeking external validation? Are you wanting other people's approvals? Are you worried about people, how people are going to perceive you if you decide however you decide, right? Like, what are these stories that are muddling in your mind? Because those stories could very well indicate the truth versus the illusion, the path forward versus the illusion. The Two of Cups here is turning around and saying, there's offers here, there's opportunities here, there's potential here. Like I said, Mercury showing up here is going to be offering you lots of communication, lots of messages, lots of information. However, you're going to have to dive deep. And the reason for this is because you got Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, deep diving. You are going to have to go inward, right? For a lot of you, you may find yourself going through a spiritual awakening of sorts, and you're really wanting to transform your life. You're really wanting to step into this version 2.0 of yourself. And you're like, Shar, I want to have this clarity. I want to have this fulfillment. I want to have this confidence, but I don't know how. Well, the how is by diving deep. The how is by uncovering your shadow, your ego. It's by getting clear on your values, who you are. It's by doing that deep work. And so the question becomes is, do you really, really want to do the deep work that will result in your desires manifesting? Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. I love this card because this card says whatever happens, which ironically enough, we have the Eight of Cups here. So you're walking away from something. Whatever happens, you're moving towards something better. You're moving to something greater, towards something more aligned for you. So don't get looped or sucked into the idea that like, this is it, you know, this is like the be all end all. You get to cultivate and co-create your own happiness. So even if this opportunity doesn't necessarily become fruitful, or you realize you got to let go of this opportunity, or, you know, this big decision here really causes a major change. Like maybe you're moving homes, maybe you're moving countries, maybe you're moving careers, maybe you're breaking up. You know what I mean? Like these big life changes, because you do have two major arcana. So there is some big life changes happening here. You're going to make the right decision. Even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it feels foreign. Remember, the brain loves complacency, okay? And for those of you that are really in this place here where you're like, sure, I want freedom, I want fulfillment, I want self-trust, I want confidence, go sign up to my Align course. It's down in the description box below. It is perfect to support you in transforming your life. You're going to do that in just 90 days. That course is life-changing for anybody who has taken it. And you can read the reviews down in the link where it's in the description box, okay? The Chariot to the World here. Look, this is about you taking control of your life, having the courage, having the wherewithal, having the drive, and stop allowing yourself to get distracted. You know, like that, you know that meme, like the dog's like, squirrel, squirrel. Like, no, stay focused on the end goal. Stay focused on the prize, even if that takes discipline. Saturn energy. Sacrifice, Saturn energy, routine, structure, Aries, okay? Aries, listen, I've got an Aries stellium. You all know if you've been watching me for a while, I talk about this all the time, okay? I've got this Aries stellium. I get the desire to like just plow through something without like having to worry about it and then moving on to like whatever the next thing is. Babe, not today, okay? Not this week. With Saturn in your sign, you're gonna really have to do the deep work. And I had to do that during my Saturn transit in my first house in Pisces. I've been there. I know what this energy feels like. And trust me, you're gonna be okay, all right? It's a big leveling up here. And I love this for you because as we wrap up your reading, we see this leveling up. The world to the Eight of Cups, or to the Knight of Cups, sorry. Right? Wrapping up a cycle, gaining some sort of completion, and then moving forward here with an offer, with resolution, finding a way to cultivate that peace, that tranquility in your life, Aries, which I really love for you. Now, let's dive into your love reading here. I will say that from StarSea Jewels, which is my jewelry line, everything is manufactured and handmade here in-house. You got Aries, and I'm not surprised because Aries is black tourmaline and hematite. So it's helping you to stay grounded, to stay rooted, to stay protected. I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. All right. So that you can manifest what you desire in your life, so that you don't have the distractions, the noise, you know, the little voice coming in saying, you're not doing this right. You're doing this wrong. You need to do this, you know, that kind of stuff. This here with the black tourmaline and the hematite is literally helping you to stay grounded, to stay rooted, to stay focused on what you desire. And shut out the distractions, okay? Now, in your love life, we have the Six of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, Temperance. For some of you here, look, I'm going to tell you Seven of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is, you got lots of Seven of Pentacles. A wait and see kind of energy here. If you are dating somebody new, yeah, if you are dating somebody new, wait and see. Don't get attached. Don't attach expectations, okay? If you've been talking to somebody for a while and it's been a bit of a situation, I think you're going to have to realize that they're just using you for their own ego. You got the Seven of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords. Some news is going to come through and it's going to cut a little bit, to be honest. It's going to cut. It's not going to feel that great, but it's good because Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, you're going to be like, oh, wait, you know what? This was keeping me trapped in like a toxic cycle and I can free myself from it. And the Temperance, Six of Wands starting off the reading is saying, hey, have balance. Focus on your own personal victory. Stop trying to give your power away. All right, Aries, that was a big reading for you. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. If you want to book a session, you want to take my Align course or pick up your amulet or work with me in any other capacity, it's down in the description box below. Here is this video to help you with manifesting your dream life. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We will see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.